Hi guys, this is the next custom artist edition I did. I did Rob Liefeld's Mutant, I called it, or Marvel artwork. I love this pinup. And this has got New Mutants pages, X-Force pages, of course, some unused New Mutant pages, and an annual that he did. But I liked Rob as an artist on New Mutants and X-Force. And I don't like the jokes about no feet or drawing of the feet. He's an amazing artist, and he's a young kid when he started, and you know what he was doing in comic books at the time were amazing. And I had a few people ask me why I did a Rob Liefeld New Mutants X-Force artist edition, because they're like, don't you think they're going to make one? I don't know if they are or not. That's not the point of me doing these custom artist editions. It's just I love the artwork and I love the artists, so I'd much rather have one now instead of waiting forever, or if ever, to get one in my hand. So and I love looking at his art. He's such a talented artist, and I was sad to see him leave, but I knew why they had to leave, because, you know, when you can create your own stuff and own your own stuff, you might as well do it and at least have fun doing it. And they did have fun. And I liked Hillary Barter. I liked a lot of his inkers on these pages. And I used to see Hillary quite a few times at the Chicago shows. And he was always very nice. I've met Rob a few times. I met him at the very first time I ever met him was the very first convention I ever went to in 1992, the Rosemont in Chicago. They had, it was just right after they started Image Comics. It was the first main signing. They did it at the Chicago Comic-Con in 92. And all the Image creators were going to be there. Jim Lee was unable to attend because I think his wife either had a baby, they had the baby, or she was in the process of almost going, being so close to the delivery date that he just couldn't be away. But yeah, I got my New Mutants book signed by Rob, and Eric Larson was there. I had my Spider-Man book signed by him, and Jim Valentino signed my Guardians of the Galaxy, and Todd signed some. I think I did have Rob sign. I don't remember if Youngblood was out yet or not. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. But yeah, I had Todd sign the book for me, and this is cool. Mark Silvestri signed some X-Men books for me. And then I had him sign my program. Because there's a short story that Jim Lee had drawn in the program. And on the cover, it had all the different creations of the Image characters like Savage Dragon, Spawn, Wildcats from Jim Lee, Shadowhawk. But yeah, I like Rob's artwork on this. There's a Deadpool. It's from issue 98. A rough layout of it. First appearance of Deadpool in this book. then Domino. Liked all these feral. Shatterstar. I liked all the new characters that they created for this book. There's a nice 2-page spread. Shatterstar sticking his knife through himself and the bad guy. This is art from the New Mutants annual. Some pinups that he did for it. I liked his Warlock. I liked a lot of his characters, but I liked how he drew Warlock. There's a nice pinup of Cable. And these are unused New Mutants pages. It was a New Mutants X Factor. They look like it's newer Rob artwork, but I don't know. But like I said, it was unused. It wasn't used in any book. And I'm always a fan of him drawing Warlock, of course, so this was a fun little story to put in this book. X-Force pages. I mean, Rob puts a lot of work into these pages. The Juggernaut, that was a fun story. I love that story. They do a lot of the pages like double page spreads. Like this is the Spider-Man and him story, and that's 2 pages, 2 pages. This was Sideways. Yeah, the book was Sideways. Yep. That is just some gorgeous artwork. More Deadpool. Nice full page splash at Cable. And these are pages from, I think, another annual. Yeah, Spider-Man annual. And some pencils from a Shatterstar story that he did. And that's a splash from an Uncanny X-Men page or issue that he drew. And some beautiful covers. Unused covers. New Mutants 100. Some current covers that he did. I always liked how he drew Spider-Man. Yeah. Just a cool custom artist edition by one of my favorite Marvel artists and artists in general. And I was all in on his Youngblood when it came out. Kind of lost some steam. All those Image comics kind of lost steam on just because they came out late or took forever for them to get issues done. But it was a good time, and they created a great company that to this day puts out some amazing books. And that's a proud and great legacy that they created for this industry. So can't ask for more. Thanks, guys.